What's up, folks? It's Panama Steve right here at Pacific Live Studios, and today we have the one and only Nerysta Anastone. Welcome in. Wow.
Hi, thank you. So
She-
nice to be here.
I'm a big fan. We have a mutual friend, my friend Steve Kensler, over there in the corner. He's a great friend of mine for many, many years, and you guys work together. But just a little introduction. She is the WBFF crown holder of 2023. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
So, please let us know, before you became, this bikini model crown holder, who were you prior? And, just tell us a little bit about your upbringing.
Ooh, upbringing. Okay. All the way back. Well, I'm Filipino. I was born in the Philippines. Usually, we are raised to be professionals, such as be a doctor. So I embarked on a journey to go to medical school, went to UC Berkeley, took the MCAT, ultimately ended up not pursuing it and ended up going to law school. I got into law school. As part of the training, of course, is a lot of studying, at least 8 hours a day. Most grueling is the bar exam. I went through law school, graduated, but there's still this hardest exam in the whole world to get through. The reason I got into bikini competition and bodybuilding is because I needed to balance all that sitting down and and just my eyeballs moving, or maybe walking to and from class. So I spent my time outside of studying in the gym, but instead of using that as an end means of balancing studying, I made a goal out of it. So I decided I will also compete in bikini bodybuilding with the encouragement of my life coach. I do have a life coach that has guided me that way. Should I keep going?
No, absolutely. No, and there's always some coach behind, the final product and model, and yes, I'd love to hear about him because obviously he's helped you to get you where you are today, right?
Oh, wow. My coach is a female.
Oh, I'm sorry, her.
Yeah. So growing up, I didn't have a lot of confidence. I was scared of the camera. I would not be in a bikini. We'll go to the beach or the pool. I will be completely covered because I was conscious of how I looked.
Wow. That's amazing. You went from one extreme to the other, right?
Oh, yeah. So I thought, that's the way I conduct my life. If there's anything that scares me, if I feel there's something that I need to work on, I will throw myself into that.
Just grab it by the horns,
Yes.
right?
I used to have photo shoots, and my friend actually recorded me because he's kind of mean. He recorded me crying in front of the camera because I hated modeling. I still have it. Maybe I should just post it sometime. It's like, why am I doing this? I'm holding my sword in the redwoods on a tree trunk because I do a lot of cosplay too,
Yes.
right? So I'm sitting there with my warrior outfit holding a sword and I'm crying. Why am I doing this? So I still have it. And looking back, I know I did it. It's to build my confidence, my character,
Right.
but ultimately be an inspiration. Because in order to be able to stand in front of the camera and to present your best self, it has to come from the mind and the habits that you have that brings you that presence, right? So I go to the gym all the time. It has become something that that's good for me mentally, but the second reward is looking good,
Right.
and being more confident. I do post my workouts on my stories, and I get messages like, "Wow, that's amazing," and you're inspirational, and it
you
helps.
lift some serious weight. I've seen a couple of your stories. It's
Strong
I
in
was
my.
like, whoa, she's on fire.
We're trying to
That's
grow the glutes.
impressive. That's impressive, man.
Yeah, in order to grow muscle, you got to lift heavy. So I've been really hip thrusting because that's my big goal right now is to grow my glutes.
Mm-hmm.
My category for the bikini category emphasizes bigger glutes compared to other parts of the body, you know? And unfortunately, that's not really my forte.
Right.
So I gotta
You gotta step it up, huh?
like really thrust it.
Yeah, I see you on there. I wouldn't dare to do that much weight, and I'm kind of consider myself a strong man.
Oh, yeah?
It's funny to see whenever you go to the gym and you see some little girl in the corner
I am
lifting
little.
twice as much weight that you would dare to do. So yeah, just huge props and salute, because I remember catching. I'm not on stories very often, but when I did catch you once, it was just like, damn, she's lifting heavy.
Those weights must be fake. They're not real. No, they're real.
So how long have you been training for? Talk to me about the whole training part of you.
So I think it's almost 7 years at least, because I've done about 6 competitions once a year. And it started since studying for the bar. That's when I started
Wow.
being serious about going to the
So
gym.
that's like your yin and your yang, huh?
Yes. Yeah. Sitting still and activity.
All the way.
Yeah. Lifting heavy, being a beast in the gym, but being beautiful in front of the camera. I guess I could be a beast in front of the camera too if I cosplay a beast, right?
Oh, that's awesome. I mean, so what really so you said you started 7 years ago. I mean, what sparked it? I know you said studying, but like you never worked out prior to that?
No, I never worked out. I used to be a dancer growing up. So it started with ballet. And in college, I minored in dance and performance studies. So I studied the theories, but I also took courses. I was part of a hip-hop dance group in high school and in college. I was so active. But wow, well, I'm going to mention that I got in a car accident, which caused me to be in a body cast for 9 months.
Wow.
Which I realize is the same length as a pregnancy. So I kind of have an idea of how long a pregnancy is. Because this cast was a cage around my chest and around my neck and an arm sling. So I was walking around school campus and all of this. Of course, I hid it. I always wore a hooded sweater with a zipper because I needed to zip it up, of course, because it was this huge thing. So I'm walking around looking like Snowman, Pillsbury Boy, right? Because it's a cage with a neck brace.
Wow.
For about a year. Well, 9 months.
That's
for 1
crazy.
year of school.
I can't imagine that.
Yeah, but it's possible. So that's another thing that motivates me to always be better, to see what we're able to do with our physical bodies, right? Because I've been in a place in which I couldn't move. They told me that I actually needed to put a halo on my head, where they needed to drill a screw through my skull so that I don't move. But I was like, I need to study though. I need to get my degree and go to medical school. I can't be locked in. I got to take my MCAT. And then it's like, I'm not gonna let my mom take a shower of me. I can handle it myself. So I did all that.
Wow. That's amazing. That's one hell of an
Now I forget what your question was. It's like one thing to a car accident.
Yeah, you threw me for a good one right there.
Sorry.
No, but that's amazing. I give you nothing but respect, because I've had friends that had some serious accidents and they never have quite bounced back. And you want to talk about, you going from one extreme to the next on multiple levels, and you're talking about body casts. I mean, 9 months, that's amazing. I mean, so do you feel that is something that really inspired you to push yourself this much farther because you were restricted?
For sure. It pushed me not only in terms of my education, because I was embarking on the journey to medical school then. And being in that kind of condition, I needed to go to the hospital all the time. Wow. And I witnessed like the improvements that needed to occur in medicine. I sat, waited in the waiting room. There's a lot of paperwork. Really, you're not really getting the care. You're really getting more prescriptions, medicine. So then I wanted to see, instead of being a medical doctor that just prescribes and being part of, I guess that's how our society works, right? It's monetary motivation of like prescribing. You have this relationship in which you could make greater profit if you're prescribing medicine. So then I try to go towards the type of medicine, which is DO, Doctor of Osteopathy, in which it the way you address disease and health is through prevention instead of through medication.
Maybe even like holistic.
Yes,
natural.
correct. Yeah, exactly. So that contributed into my mindset of this is how I want to approach the human body, how we heal, how we maintain our wellness, right? So that accident helped in how I want to see health moving forward. So that goes towards having good diet, fitness, right? But it also helps me realize that the body has a way of healing itself. And I've been through so many doctors, like I've gone through acupuncture and chiropractor, and they would tell me that I shouldn't be working out, I shouldn't be lifting heavy weights. But of course, we can always do things without other people knowing, right? So then I went to lift heavy weights, but that actually healed me because it built muscle around my frame. It built muscle around my joints. And if you're feeling some kind of pain, I know I'm not a doctor, right? But I have horrible back pain. And what helped with that is building my core so that it could hold me together and helps with my back.
Right.
Yeah. Same thing. I ran a half marathon and my knee hurt so much. Like, it's like, I can't do this. But I learned that if you were to build your quads strength.
Right. So you strengthen around the weakened joint or the.
Yeah.
Right. That's exactly it.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome. I mean, I got nothing but respect for you because just from afar, I see you as a model and doing all this photography and stuff, but your fitness is on another level.
Oh, thanks. It has to be, because right now I do hold the USA title, 2023. Next year, my goal is to get the world title.
Wow.
Hear this, WBFF, I'm coming for it.
You heard it right here.
Oh, gosh.
Watch out.
Oh, shoot. I made it public right here. But yeah, we're going for that crown, world crown, in August of 2025.
That's awesome. I'm right behind you. Tell me the whole experience, please, from the beginning of you, going to these events and competing. Talk to me a little bit about that. How many years you said? 6 years?
We're going on the 7th.
They're going on the 7th.
Yes.
So you started 6 years ago.
Yes.
And how many of them have you won?
So the first one was in Sacramento.
Mm-hmm.
I got 3rd place.
Wow.
Oh, if you were to look at my pictures back then, I was so skinny because I was so focused on removing fat. That's what it is, really. You step on stage, not the lowest. For my category, you don't have to be a very low fat percentage, right? But in order to have curves on your body, you need to build muscle. You can't just trim the fat and then suddenly it's just, it's just skin and bones, and that's not what it's about. You have to build the body. So my first competition, I was so flat and skinny. And the only feedback I got was, you need to build shape. So I focused on heavy weights and eating a lot, which is a lot of calorie surplus, which is not a problem for me because I love food. Give me all you can eat Korean barbecue. Right, Steve?
I'm with you. We're going to Jen right after.
Oh, God. This is not promoted.
No. Just happens to be one of my favorite places.
Yeah, it's local. Oh, I love their dessert, the hot tiok sweet pancake.
Oh, man.
Have you had that? They just recently
I don't know.
added
I
it.
just always stuff my face with all that
The meat?
ribs and the.
Oh, gosh.
What's it? The bogli or something?
Bulgogi?
Bulgogi. That's
Yeah.
the one.
I like the Hawaiian steak. They give you just 2 pieces of steak with pineapples on top.
See, now you're making me hungry.
It's amazing because they're already marinated. You don't have to dip it in anything.
Right.
But it only comes with 2 pieces. And you can only order like 4 plates at a time.
Only?
Oh, yeah. My mentality is you got to bankrupt the place when you go to all you can eat.
So tell us about the diet. I mean, please do. I mean, there's a lot of protein?
Oh, yeah. Protein is priority. So I try to eat in ounces, like my weight, I'm around 120, so I'll eat at least 120 ounces of protein a day.
That's difficult, isn't it?
Oh, it's so different. Oh, it's different. Difficult. Well, yeah, different too. Because I love carbs. Like, I can't just pack my diet with carbs, though. It's difficult if it's things that you have to chew. So I do a lot of ground stuff, like ground chicken, ground beef, even tuna, because a lot of the chewing is already done for you.
Right.
And protein shakes are awesome. Or you can make protein pancakes, just put the protein powders in there.
So you kind of like sneak it into everything.
Yeah, sneak it in. Egg whites, like my mom just made spaghetti, Filipino spaghetti last night. There's really no protein in there, but I made egg whites and I put it in there, and you can't even tell there's egg whites in there. Just get the protein in. And right now, it's not very strict in terms of how much calories, because I want to build some more. So I could go out to eat and be more flexible of what I have. I love boba. So boba, but they need to have protein bobas.
Well, it looks like you're gonna have to start your own.
Oh gosh, that is one thing.
You can't be the only one thinking that.
Yeah, no, I'm not the only one, and that's what I want to do, is learn how to be an entrepreneur too.
No, that's the way to go. I mean, if you came up with it, it's almost like a sense, if you don't mind me saying, is like, you better do it before somebody else does.
I know. That's a good one.
And like what you're talking about too, it's not the first time I heard about somebody mixing in protein in their pancakes. Like, so, kind of a protein-based everything.
Yeah, protein. Everything.
Right, everything.
Yeah.
Because like I'm 200 pounds, right? 192. But, just to be able to consume 200 grams of protein it's almost like I have to be eating protein all day long.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard. So I'm lucky to be able to get like your weight, like 120 grams. So
it's a lot. It's the chewing, really, and the volume. And if you go to Jen, you may get all the protein you need in a day, but it comes with so much fat, right? And carbs. And there's nothing wrong with carbs, but to a certain extent, it needs to be limited. So I focus on clean proteins. I'm not picky, so I'll eat fish, meats, protein powder. What else? Anything, tofu. I have shrimp allergy, but I'll still eat a little bit of that.
That's awesome. So what about training? What would be like your regimen? How often do you go a week?
I find myself having to limit myself. I really honestly want to go every day.
So there's no day off?
I should, though. So
hilarious. You sound all guilty. Like,
I almost feel like maybe I shouldn't be admitting this. But it's therapy for me. It's the way I jumpstart my day. I'm more productive.
So you always kick off your days first thing of the day. You always go work out.
Yes. If it's resty for me, I will still go to the gym to get steps in, or stretch, foam roll, Theragun. Oh, Steve's such a proponent of Theragun. All these little gadgets. Because I also notice, like, sure, we can lift all these weights, but we need to focus on recovery, because that's part of the building.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I work out 6 days a week, not more than 2 hours a day. If it's close to competition, I go twice a day, because it's really hard to get strength training and cardio in at the same session. So that's how my week looks.
Wow. So you're saying twice a day before?
If it's close to competition. So let's say you're about 2 weeks out, and you really want to just tighten it up.
Right.
You cardio. The second session would be cardio at the end of the day.
I actually worked out with a friend in Panama that he actually won that year in 2009.
Oh, nice.
And it was amazing to see him drop down from 185 to 165.
In front of your eyes.
Yeah, and he went and tanned, and he had like veins everywhere. It was insane. Like,
what are those?
Bro, like on your abs, bro. Like, it was crazy, and it was, and then he gained it all back in like 2 days.
Oh gosh,
crazy.
that's so fast.
Yeah, no, because I always saw him walking around. He's like a pit bull, right? And then And then he like went like 5 shades darker
Yeah.
and lost 100 and I mean sorry, he lost like 20 pounds max, and it was pretty crazy to see it. And he was going through it, and he was complaining that he couldn't lift heavy. He had to
Oh, that's
go
true.
light
You
and
start losing strength.
drinking some certain water that like helps you, like I don't know.
Oh, no, I don't
You know what I'm
use all
talking
those
about?
protocols. Yeah. That's like hardcore, really.
So you don't put yourself.
Trying to be like veiny. No. For my federation, bikini is more shapely, and it's something that you can maintain even when you're off stage.
Right.
Yeah, but there are other categories like fitness that calls on you to be more vascular
Right.
and like less water underneath your skin. So yeah, he's really tweaking his salt and his water intake, like for sure peak week the week before. Yeah. So prepping for a competition is hard, but another difficult thing is after you step off stage, because you're so hungry for everything. You've been fantasizing, watching all this food porn for
Going
months.
delirious, huh?
Yeah.
Seeing stars.
So like you're eating everything, like at the hotel, the free cookies. So that's the hardest thing, is the discipline.
To take it easy after?
Yeah.
Or do you go all in?
Oh, I've been going all in.
No,
And
but I'm saying like after the competition, do you just eat everything, or do you kind
I have, but I've learned throughout my time that that's not good,
No.
because your body has learned, you've really reduced the body fat content of your body.
Right.
And once you like eat all this surplus in food, it will just easily build fat cells.
just blow right up?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
And then it's kind of counterproductive for all the hard work that you've put in, right?
yeah. Well, one way you cope with that is that, hey, at least I have pictures. They last longer.
This was me
Yeah, and
a
actually,
week ago.
last night. People are always like, oh, I've had the best workout. And it's like the day after they step on stage because they ate all this food,
Right.
Yeah. But what has helped me maintain my look is modeling every weekend with Steve.
That's funny. I see you guys. You guys have been knocking it out for years now, huh?
Oh, yeah. Oh, you should. Yeah. Almost every weekend. And then we go out to eat afterwards.
What's the top 3 that stand out? Maybe not with just Steve, you in general. I know I just saw one over there in Alviso. That was off the hook.
Oh my gosh, I
But-
can't believe such a beautiful place.
Wow, and it's right
local.
here, right?
Yeah. Usually it's just at the coast. Like the salt is hardened along the coastline. But now the whole thing is hard. Maybe for some puddles here and there of some softness, and you'll like wet your shoes. But they limited the amount of water going into that area. So then it looks like you're in Antarctica. Have you been?
No, I just saw your guys' pictures, and
You
I felt
gotta
like
go.
I got to take my kids. That's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
No, it looks amazing. At first, I thought you guys were over there at the Salt Lake Flats or something like that. They have.
Oh, wow. Well, we save how many hours of driving?
Right.
And arguments in the car, huh? And all this takeout probably on the way there. And I don't know how the weather is there, but you gotta go. I don't know if that will happen again. Right?
I mean, it looked amazing. So there's like a pink hue to it.
Yeah. I'm not sure what those are. Minerals? Organisms?
We're gonna have to look that up.
Yeah, you gotta go. I actually was worried because I was there again the other day and I went barefoot because I wore my hiking shoes and it doesn't go with the gown that I was wearing. So I was going barefoot, but my skin was fine. I thought that I was gonna start
You made
having
it?
rashes or whatever, but it's fine.
You survived.
Yeah, bring your kids there
No,
and take pictures
absolutely.
for evidence.
Right. What was it? This
For
was me yesterday, right?
Yeah.
So, what would you recommend to, a young girl or boy, or whatever, that would like to get into what you specialize in, with the bikini modeling?
What I recommend for a little girl? Oh, first of all, I never saw myself being in this situation, posing in front of the camera.
Right. You said you
Sometimes,
were shy at first.
oh, I was so shy. Like, I never imagined like I'll be wearing cute clothes and have all these things, doing my own makeup, all this jewelry. I've never imagined that. But um, my advice would be to not limit yourself, to know that if there's something that interests you, go forward with it and see where it'll take you. And yeah, throughout my journey, there were people who did not approve. They thought I was wasting my time, right? There's always going to be naysayers. But once you start embarking on what makes you happy, what you feel you think keeps you balanced and mentally settled or at peace with yourself, you're only going to attract the people who are on the same vibe, who will be there to support you. It's interesting how life has a way of bringing together people. You will, if you start thinking positive of your intention and of your goals, energies have a way of bringing people towards you, like today.
Right.
Right? It's people you're drawn to, who are drawn to you, have friends, have connection, and you start building a crew, and that's how the crew photography thing that we have formed. It'll take time, for sure, but I mean, we're all so different that we all just want to belong to those who vibe with us. So go for it. If you think you'll enjoy something or it's good for you, then go for it.
Follow your dreams, right? And
Yeah, follow your dream.
and your prime case of like facing your fears, where you're saying, you're scared of this, and so you had to make it happen. You went and grabbed the bull by the horns.
Yeah. And many times they're going to say, you can't, you shouldn't. But like your chiropractor, your doctor would say, you shouldn't. maybe if there's other reasons that you think you should, such as it makes you happy, it makes you more productive, then go for it. There are people that will appreciate it. And you're not there to make everyone happy, but as long as you yourself is happy, then that's the most important thing.
Right. Dedicate that to yourself. You deserve it, right?
Yeah, and that's about me wanting to be an entrepreneur. We got to look at ourselves like we are the COO or CEO of our own lives, and
Right.
we get to handle it to whatever interests us the most, what is profitable to us the most. It doesn't have to be monetary. It could be soul fulfilling,
Right.
mentally.
Make you feel good.
Yeah, it makes you feel good inside. It makes you feel at peace. It inspires you, but at the same time, inspires others. And dreams can change because there's people that are going to come into your life that will inspire you, especially like things that you can't even imagine yourself. Because I grew up in the Philippines. I didn't know I would end up eventually in America. But you meet people that will let you see that their horizon is so much broader, you know?
So you have somebody looks at it from hindsight, from a third perspective, and kind of gives you a little bit of guidance or opens your eyes to something else, right?
Right, right. Even reading books, listening to podcasts. I was talking to my mom the other day how I said, life is too short to be making my own mistakes and learning from them. So when we have these resources or mentors that have helped others, and they tell you stories of like mistakes made and how we can learn from them, that's a life hack. You know, you don't have to spend all that time actually going through it and making the same mistakes, but instead go the right way.
Right.
Do something
There's
else.
so much knowledge these days at our fingertips, right?
Yeah, literally on our fingertips. Like it could be a reel.
Right.
TikTok is so good, right?
So informative. Oh. So yeah, like if you don't mind, tell us tell us a little bit about, like, so you do classes, right? You do some kind of modeling classes or showing?
So that's what I want to get into.
Okay.
So as part of WBFF, there's posing that occurs on stage.
Right.
But modeling integrates posing, period.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I can help others be confident in front of the camera and flow through movements that presents their best self. So that's what I can offer. Our posing
So
classes.
before you did that, you spoke on it earlier. In high school, you took what, drama classes or something?
Dancing.
Dancing.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're well versed. You're not just explain a little bit about like yourself and your different attributes you bring, because you do awesome. I've seen you get down in the behind the scenes that Steve gets, and so yeah, like talk to us a little bit about how they say
How I get down?
talking to the camera.
How did I learn to get down?
Right, there you go.
Oh, so ballet. Ballet teaches you to be conscious of every limb, down to your fingertips, where you hold your head, where you're looking, where is your focus, how are you breathing. So at an early age, since I was 9 years old, I started ballet, and it taught me that, the awareness of the body and our posture. I studied dance and performance studies. I just never stopped. So ballet, and then in high school, I was a hip-hop dancer, also in color guard. Every weekend, I would be on the field or on the basketball court, because that's where we do our performance, dancing, tossing sabers, rifles, waving the flag. I've just been in constant motion, applying what I learned, applying movement of the body. And then college, also hip-hop, studied dance and performance studies. Really, the only break I had is when I was in the body cast for 9 months. But after you've been bound for so long, even more so you want to
Get
move.
loose.
Yeah. I've also had near-death experiences.
Oh
like
my
the car
God.
accident near-death experience, right? You want why? Why was my life spared? There has to be some bigger purpose.
Right.
I got to do something with my life. I was saved. Then I actually went, it's not scuba diving. The one where you wear the flippers on your feet.
The snorkeling.
I went snorkeling. Oh my gosh, I swear I almost drowned. I didn't think I could go make it back to the water. When I made it back, I was like, oh my God, I almost died. I need to do something with my life for sure. So I've had wake-up calls like that where I feel like I really almost died, but there's a reason that I was spared. Okay, back to how I get down, right?
No, the near-death experiences. Let's go back to that real quick. So this is a serious, eye-opening, motivating moment in your life that inspired you to not just throw it away, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's huge.
Oh, we have to live. Oh, gosh. I'm probably sounding all corny, like live life to the full.
No, do it. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Because life isn't promised to anybody. We can't,
Yeah.
like they said, you walk outside and a bus could hit you, right?
That's true.
So,
Yeah.
and also at the same time, we're right here in Northern California. We could have the last earthquake.
Oh, my
You know what I mean?
gosh,
So we got to enjoy it.
Yeah.
So yes,
me
please
too.
preach and sound corny. It's okay. I invite you to.
Yeah, it's a blessing to really get older. So when someone has a birthday and they don't want to admit their age or whatever, I think that's something to be so proud of, to be able to reach that milestone, because aging and having more lives and days in our lives is a blessing, because you get to see yourself, observe the world. And this world is beautiful. I know, of course, there's going to be a lot of evil and negative things, whatever. But it's, as with all things, it's what you focus on, right? So Alviso salt ponds, right?
Right.
You look at that. You feel it. Not a lot of people get to see that. Or you go to the Golden Gate Bridge. People travel from around the world just to see that. Or like the fresh air, because I've been in Manila, where you're breathing and you're in the car and then you pick your nose and there's all this like black things.
Vocals, man.
Yeah. So it's just to be able to use our senses, to smell, to breathe, to see, even having all our fingers is such a blessing.
Right.
So even more so, when you have a near-death experience, you think, oh my gosh, I could have died.
Right.
What can I do to make this worth it? But another thing is, okay, so there's near-death experience, but it could also be accomplishments. Like passing the bar after I did that, I felt like I could do anything, whether it's like mentally grueling or running a marathon. Just every time you achieve a goal, that's a stamp of you're able to do that, you could do anything. It doesn't even have to be a positive achievement. It could be some kind of disease that you were able to overcome because your body healed itself, or you're able to take care of yourself, or you had people around you to help you. That's motivation to say, I can do other things. If I was able to go through that, if I was able to overcome that or achieve that, you know?
Unstoppable.
Yeah, you can do anything.
That's amazing. You know, you're very inspiring. I feel all inspired right now.
So what are you gonna do? You're gonna go to the gym, go to Alviso.
You know, it's funny. I'm gonna go be a lawyer. Like you.
Or maybe not. You have all this law school debt. Oh my God.
No, that's great to, you know, I give you props because that's really awesome that you've gone from one extreme to the next, and you've grabbed the bull by the horns, man. You went and confronted everything and said, you know what, you're not gonna beat me.
Wow.
And I think
Wow, you talk about me inspiring myself.
no, that's awesome. I mean, if you really think about it, you know, it's funny because sometimes it just takes, you know, someone like myself to have you tell your story
Yeah.
for you to really comprehend everything that you've gone through,
That's true.
you know.
That's true. Because it's easy to be super focused on the present.
In the moment, right?
Yeah. I have been told, hey, why don't you put your diploma on the wall? You know, they say that's the most expensive thing you probably spent money on.
And you're like, oh, that was 7 years ago.
Yeah, I don't. I put it on the wall for my parents, not for
Right.
me. But yeah, it's good to recall or be reminded of what we've gone through
And your
to further
accomplishment.
push us forward.
Yeah, sometimes it takes a good friend to
Thank
say
you.
it.
Thank you, friend.
No problem. Anytime.
That's funny.
No, sincerely, there's been a few times where a couple of my friends, you know, I was whatever, getting down on whatever wasn't working out for me at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my friends kind of scratched his head like, Steve, you've always been doing good and leveling up over the years. So,
Yeah.
you know, it took him to tell me for me to realize like, oh, hey, thanks, brother. I appreciate it. Shit, I have been leveling up, man.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. You know, like, so like you
Yes.
said, like, you know,
Yeah.
you know, you have multiple accomplishments that you've went ahead. Maybe you didn't even know it was part of your bucket list, but
Yeah.
you went ahead and did it.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Yeah.
you're a real inspiration. That's
Yeah,
super cool.
it's so helpful to have others out there, to hold a mirror in front of us, or to be a window for us so we see what's possible or what's out there, or what options we have. It's so key to have positive people around ourselves.
Absolutely. Definitely not negative people.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Some people have a hard time eliminating negative people, but you got to act on that quick. Just shut the door.
Right.
Block. Okay, I'm not here to give that kind of advice.
I like it though. I like it.
You have to delete the phone number first before you block, okay?
There's a process. Okay, you put your socks on, then your shoes on. You're getting it mixed up.
That's funny.
So it was an absolute pleasure having you in. Do you have like anything that you want to tell people, or maybe have a special message?
Oh gosh, I don't have anything prepared, but I am so happy that you invited me here.
Pleasure to have you.
Yeah.
Now this is a prime example, ladies and gentlemen, of going ahead and just following through and executing and discipline. Like Nerysta right here is, you know, started off just a girl in Philippines, and now look at her, you know, holding the crown The
I should have worn my crown
yeah,
today.
what you do?
You know what I'm gonna do next
should
time?
wear it every day.
Next time I will wear my world crown.
There
That's
you
what
go.
I'm gonna do after I win it. Yeah.
Yes.
After we deserve it.
Absolutely.
After we earn it. You have to earn it. Nothing's ever just given to you.
That's it.
Yeah.
So tell the people how they can get a hold of you as far as fitness, advice, life coach. We're going to be hosting modeling classes here soon, but that's a whole other subject.
Fun.
But how can they get a hold of you directly?
So I have an Instagram page. I post a lot of photos there, almost on the daily. I should probably have someone help me handle that because I do have a career as an attorney. My Instagram handle is Nerysta, Anastone, Nerysta, Anastone. So send me an email or a DM through there.
There you have it, Nerysta Anastone on Instagram and other platforms. It was an absolute pleasure having you in.
Thank you.
You are a true inspiration to myself and many other people out there. And I wish you nothing but the best. And we're gonna wrap it up and start talking a little
Thank you so
studio
much.
talk after this.
Thank you so much. You're key to reminding where I came from and what I could accomplish.
Huge props.
Yay.
Absolute pleasure having you on.
Thank you.
This is Panama Steve, Nerysta Anastone, Pacific Vibe Studios. Y'all be cool.
Peace.